Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's time for the weekend banger. It's time for the weekend banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the weekend banger. And I got one. That's a lock. I always got a banger. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure everybody that's at work, everybody that got a 9 to 5, everybody that's being productive, getting to the bag the legit way, y'all got something to listen to on y'all Bluetooth while y'all working, man. I have no problem doing these things, man. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way, man. That's it, man. Just stay out the way, man. Why? Because believe it or not, man, everybody that's out on these streets wilding right now, man, they got somebody that's out there that's not wilding, that's counting on them. They got somebody that's counting on them to stay out here, man, not to leave them, man. We can't be out here jeopardizing ourselves, man, to leave the people that really need us. I know we think we doing the right thing by out here putting ourselves on the line to get this illegal money for we can take care of the people that need us, man. But if we get taken away, there's going to be nobody left to take care of them, man. You leaving the responsibility to the next man? No, you got to stay out here and be a man and get money the right way for you can continue doing what you was doing the right way. That's all you have to do, man. I'm just trying to school y'all to a better option, man. If you out here wilding, I want y'all to stay out the way at the end of the day. That's it, man. Period. But like I said, man, it's the weekend banger game. So you already know what I need you to do with this one, right? Like, share, and subscribe. This one, y'all. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today, it's called Old School Taught Them How to Box. Yeah, man. Crazy story, as always, man. Y'all know the count, man. But you definitely have people in prison, man. Like, you know, you have people that get locked up that's really good with their hands, man, regardless if it's fixing something or it's beating somebody up, man. Like, people be really good with their hands. You actually have people, I have encountered people that been in prison, man, that actually was like kind of taken up to be MMA fighters, to be boxing people, like to be professional boxers, like just getting into the sport. And if someone that's boxing is into the sport, man, they're going to be really good with their hands. Like, they're going to be really kind of good in prison because they're good with their hands. If you're good with your hands in prison, man, it'll take you a long way in your bid. But with that being said, y'all, we are on Lawrenceville for this one, man. We on Lawrenceville for this one right here, y'all. We are on Lawrenceville for this one, man. And I can remember being in 60 building in this one, y'all. I'm back on the other side of the yard. You know what I mean? So I'm in 60 building, everything going good. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't want to be over there because it's the old San Francisco. But for the most part, I done been over there now for like a month and a half, 2 months now. So I'm chilling, everything going good. You know what I mean? So this is a whole revamp of the side of the yard I was on when I first got to Lawrenceville and they moved me to San Francisco. This is a whole revamp section of it. You know what I mean? The same side, but it's kind of revamped because everybody back to how it was. Like, everybody is everywhere. They ain't singling out old heads and all the, you know what I mean? Everybody else that's in this building and the young dudes over here, they wasn't doing that no more. So it's kind of like back to just any type of yard, any type of side. It was a perfect side, actually, but I didn't want to stay over there because I'm a 30 building guy, man. I'm a north side dude, man. So like, I just wanted to get back over there, but for the most part, I'm chilling because it was an all right part on the low. A lot of old heads, a lot of dudes chilling, a lot of young boys running around. It was just a regular penitentiary part on Lawrenceville. So I'm in the cell with a dude from Richmond, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say his name, man. We're gonna call him Tim. But I'm in the cell with a dude named Tim from Richmond, man. And Tim was cool. You know, at this particular time on Lawrenceville, man, like this side of the yard I was on, like Richmond was dumb deep. You know what I mean? Richmond was super deep over there. It was a lot of dudes from the town, a lot of dudes from Portsmouth, a lot of dudes from Bad News. But Richmond had a lot of dudes in my building, like, and they was kind of on some, like, they all rock with each other. It was like an unspoken thing. Like, I didn't see nobody that act like they didn't get along with somebody that was from Richmond. And all of them might didn't talk a lot, but they would sit together in the child hall. They would be outside together, and it looked like there was a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, to the blind eye, it kind of looked intimidating to how many dudes used to hang. You know what I mean? Just from all three parts of the building. You know what I mean? So my roommate was one of them. You know what I mean? Tim was a dude, like, he was from the R, but he didn't really like push stuff at people. Like, he wasn't on it like he was on some stuff like that. He was just a regular dude. Matter of fact, he was the first dude that I moved in the room with that was an OKC fan. You know what I mean? He used to like OKC Thunder. You know what I mean? And me and him used to beef back and forth. That's what kind of like, with him being from Richmond, me being from Norfolk, some people would think that wouldn't work. You know what I mean? If you thinking small-minded, man. But like, I can live with anybody as long as you're not dirty, you got a TV, you got your own stuff, and you stay out my way. You know what I mean? Off the rip, bro was one of those dudes that kind of like had his own stuff. He definitely had a TV. So me and him was all right in there. Like, you know what I mean? We used to talk junk with sports. He was an OKC fan. I'm a Spurs fan. We going back and forth, beefing. You know what I mean? Like, cool situation, man. I ain't gonna lie, we're chilling with bro. But bro used to always be like, you know what I mean, his cousins and dudes that was on the other side of the yard, he used to always try to get at them because they was getting the package over there. So he used to have little stuff too, and he was doing his thing. He used to get his stuff. He'll go share immediately with his Richmond homeboys. Of course he gonna smoke in the cell with me and do all that, but I ain't need nothing from him. Him smoking was enough. But he'll go out and make sure he show love to all the people that's in the block. So there used to be a lot of different dudes in there, man. Like, this one dude that was in there, man, and he wasn't from Richmond, but it was like, I don't know, like, maybe because he was down long enough, he was close to Richmond. I don't know. I don't think he was from Richmond though at the end of the day, man, but he would associate with a lot of the old heads that was from Richmond, that was on Lawrenceville on that side of the yard. But his name was Gene. And I'll say Gene was kind of like, at first I didn't know, you know what I mean, who this guy was or what the case was when I moved in the block. Because I never, like, for years, I was on the other side. So I never really seen dudes over here unless I knew you and I was looking for you. I never be on this side of y'all except when I was over there in 09. So when I moved in the block, after like a while of being in the block, I started seeing this old dude, man. Like, and why, the reason why I'm calling him old is because, like, I would give him 50 something back then. You know what I mean? He was 50 something back then. He looked like he'd been bitten for a while. He looked like prisoners is home, man. It's sad to say, but that's kind of how it looked like. He just looked like this is where he's going to be. You know what I mean? So I guess to occupy his time, I used to know this old head doing his workouts first. Like, he used to do, this was a dude that was like 50 years old doing Mike Tyson joints. Like, you know what I mean? He got the young boy holding his legs up. Boom, he banging them joints out. You know what I mean? He banging the Tyson sit-ups up. Like, and it's hard to do them joints. Even if you do 10, it's hard. For real, like, I try to do like 3. It almost took me out, man. I felt like my wind was out of there, but Unc was doing them jumps, man. Gene used to do them. He used to do them. So it went from me seeing him doing amazing workouts to him going outside, like, showing what his real skill was. And his real skill used to be boxing, you know what I mean? And I have seen dudes box through the years. I have met dudes that trained to box, dudes who was boxers. I have met boxers through my beard. But to see somebody his age out there and he kind of look old, you know what I mean? Had the gray beard, all that bald head. He would be on the yard, man, and like, he was like my height, but a little shorter. His jump just looked so swift, man. Like, he will go around the whole yard. The whole yard, y'all talk about, and it's a big yard. He will go around the whole yard and just be like every fence hill. Then like the last lap, you would just see him coming around like this. A whole lap, he doing this. Everybody looking at old head, but he getting that bread. He getting that money on that workout. Like, that shit really good money. And I guess it's getting his hands better. He was already a beast. So it went from that to, in the pod, this man that made in his cell, man, like, dudes is real crafty, like, in penitentiary. I'm letting y'all know now. But I can remember being in a block, you know what I mean? And I hear a noise like, bah, bah. That's what it sounded like. He was like, bah, bah, bah. We out in the block, you know what I mean? Empire Rec, yeah, bah, 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 bah. It sounded like kind of like a weak cop gun. That's what it sounded like. So everybody like, what's that noise, man? What's that noise? So we look up, you know what I mean? Old head cell was like by the showers on the back wall on the bottom tier. So I can't remember the number on Lawrenceville, but he had the second cell right next to the shower. We look up. We look over there, man. We see Unc, man. See goddamn Gene in the cell. Man, Gene in the cell. He got the jumps tied around his hand, and he got his mattress, man. Like, I couldn't really see how he did it, but somehow he had his mattress like stuck to the top. He moved his roommate top bunk, and he got his mattress in. And he put it like on the top bunk, and it was tight. and he brought it down, and he had it on the bottom bunk tight, so it was just like a flat mat, like just being like it right there in his face. And he was just bah, bah, bah. And he made a punching bag. He was bah, 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 bah. And everybody sitting there like, man, old head blacking out. We looking at it like, saying in my head like, man, old head training for these young niggas, y'all, so boom. Just watching him train himself, like stated himself, talk to a few guys. You know what I mean? Gene was ex-militant. Like me and him never had a conversation in the pod. We never had a reason to talk. He wasn't a predator. He was just an old head that been down for a minute. He loved to box. You know what I mean? I ain't see nobody disrespect him. I ain't see none of these things. He was somebody that everybody kind of liked. You know what I mean? So after a little time went on in the pod, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm starting to see he was an established dude in the pod. Like dudes rock with him. This, you know what I mean? Everything straight. So he really had no problems the whole time when I first got in there. Now, I'll say probably about another week go by, they end up bringing a dude in the pod. Now, I didn't even know when he was in the pod. All I know is I was getting out of the shower one day, and I see kind of like a little taller than me, kind of young boy. You know what I mean? He's standing at the table talking to a couple dudes, and I'm getting out of the shower, walking by them like, and he was new, and I look at him, and I scan him. Not a potential threat. I kept it moving. You know what I mean? Like, he won't, like, I ain't recognize him. He wasn't no old beef, but he was a new dude in the pod. So I see it, you know what I mean? So, dude in there, you know what I mean? So they call outside rec. We go outside rec. Dude go outside to play basketball, you know what I mean? So like I say, he kind of tall, little young boy, you know what I mean? He go outside and play basketball. He go out there, he balling. You know what I mean? He got a little game, you know what I mean? He was tall, he was kind of in the paint doing his thing. But you know, he out there, he wasn't a beast. Like I'm not make him out to be a beast in the basketball court, he won't. But he was okay though, you know what I mean? So he's out there balling. Like I told y'all, the pod full of Richmond dudes, pod full of different dudes, all type of stuff. So he out there balling. Man, get the balling, man. He get fouled by some dude from Richmond. You know what I mean? The dude fouled him. Dude ain't say, excuse me, my bad. Which he don't supposed to, because he fouled him. The tall young boy turned around and said, yeah, you can't handle me. You can't handle me. That's why you fouling me. You weak. You weak as a bitch. Dude from Richmond was like, what? What you say? He was like, you heard what I say? You weak. Soon as he said you weak again, dude from Richmond took off on his ass. Hit him right in his mouth. He was like, he squared off. And then he was like, kind of looking like he was lost in the fight slightly. Like, so dude from Richmond like, man, you ain't trying to fight. Dude from the other nigga from Richmond was like, oh, get him in the pod. Wait till we get in the pod. He was like, so they like, everybody chill, the game over with. Ain't no more basketball. Everybody standing on the side like this. Oh, shit. We going back in the building. We get back in the pod. So we get back in the pod. Young boy ready. Young boy ain't really got nobody. I ain't know where he was from. You know what I mean? I seen him talking to dudes. I don't know where he was from at first. Young boy going to jump. You know what I mean? Young boy going to jump. Young boy going to Richmond dude sail. Richmond dude stuck on the bottom tail like the fourth sail. Richmond dudes all around his door, holding him down. Young boy going there though. Young boy going there. All you heard was nigga from Richmond say, hey, get the door pop, shawty. Damn, niggas pop the door. The door open up. When the door opened up, you just seen the young boy roll out that motherfucker. He was like, boom. I was like, oh shit. Like, cause when it was fighting, like I can't see it, but I seen the dude from Richmond, like he was working, but it's like I couldn't see the other dude, but he must have knocked the young boy out. Young boy hit the door, boom, and I guess that's, you know what I mean? He was on the door, and that's why the Richmond dude was like, yo, get the door pop, shawty. Nigga got the door pop. Young nigga fall out the jump. Goddamn, niggas like, damn. Nigga like, yo, help him up for the police see it. You know what I mean? Lady in the booth ain't even pinning shit. Goddamn, old head, goddamn, niggas helping him out and shit. Goddamn, niggas get him up and shit. Goddamn, they like, goddamn, dude from Richmond like, yeah, you want round two, you can get it. You can get round two, The dude was like, young boy was like, no, I'm good. So the young nigga dipped. So we locked down. My roommate, I told you he from the op. He was like, yo, that shit crazy. Shot like, man, damn. I was like, that shit crazy. Your homeboy beat the brakes off him. He was like, man, that junk won't even, because he was at the door. He was like, man, that junk won't even a fight, Weezy. I'm telling you, man. He was like, man, once he started punching on that boy, he was like, man, fell, hit the door. It was over with, man. I was like, damn. I was like, man, young blood, wild as a bitch, get on that basketball court not knowing what he doing. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, man, he wild and he ain't gonna last in here long. So kind of like after that ass whooping, it's like, it kind of like, it humble broke. You know what I mean? It humble dude, like I ain't even know his name yet. You know what I mean? Like my roommate didn't tell his name. I didn't even know bro's name yet. You know what I mean? But the shit humbled him for the most part, man. It's like, for like a week or two, man, like you ain't see him on that court. You ain't see him doing shit. You know what I mean? You ain't see him doing nothing. One day I wake up, you know what I mean? It's morning rec on the weekend. You know what I mean? It's the Saturday. It's early morning rec. I wake up. Boom. I'm trying to meet somebody to grab something, so I wasn't going to rec. So I run out the salad port, out the door, trying to get to the gate. When I get to the gate, I look. When I look, I seen Gene. Gene was out there jumping. Gene had his shirt sleeves cut off. You know what I mean? Gene had his little scrub pants rolled up. He rolled both of the legs up. Gene was out there jumping. Gene had the fake little mats that he made out of some jeans. It had the scraps on it where he could put his hands at and everything. And Gene was out there like, he was showing him, he was like, look. And he was showing him kind of like pointing, like, when I walked out, I seen he was like, look, you punch this way, you jab, you bring your fist, and you know what I mean? Like, he's showing him like how to do a real punch. And the young nigga, I look, and I see the young nigga, he was like, come on, Vic. And then I guess that was the young nigga name, you know what I mean? So I heard him say the young nigga name. He was like, come on, so the nigga just, you know what I mean? So he got the jumps and he like, give me a 1-2. Young boy was like, psh, psh. And I see him like, oh shit. So I did what I did. I grabbed what I had to grab and I slid. You know what I mean? I get back in the building. You know what I mean? I ain't saying nothing to nobody because I wasn't nothing to say. You know what I mean? But young nigga been off the grid for a while. The young nigga Vic, he been off the grid for a while. So like, he probably regrouped after he thought he knew he had to learn how to fight or he could be getting whooped this whole bid. Maybe that's what it was. But at the end of the day, I looked up and I seen him training with Gene. That shit was nuts. He was training with Gene. They come back in the pod. Man. This is my word. Gene got him doing this, walking around the pod. The same exercise that he was doing on the yard. He walking around the whole pod doing this like 20 laps. And when he get back to Gene tell him stop. He take like after his 5th lap, he tell him stop. Take a breath. Hey, take a breath. Young boy like this. Gene like this looking at his watch. He like, all right, come on, young boy like. Goddamn, young nigga getting trained like Rocky. The only thing he was missing was the chicken, y'all, so boom. Shit was crazy, man. Goddamn, Gene training the shit out of him. You know what I mean? I watched like 60 good days of him training this young boy. Young boy ain't basketball no more. Young nigga ain't really mess with niggas in the pod or none of this shit. You know what I mean? My roommate told me that the young nigga turned out to be from Lynchburg, you know what I mean? So he wanted no gang, which was weird. He was young, he wanted no gang, just a tall young boy. So after a while, I'll say like after the 30, 40 days of training with Gene, man, this is my word, young boy jump looking right now. Young boy like this, young boy got down like his whole, he went from looking goofy to like now he like, you can see it, like it looks more crisp because he, you know what I mean? He look like the way he moving his left leg up, like you can just tell like his movement's getting ready. And then Gene like, give me a 1-2. He like, them jumps coming swift now, like, and you hear him hitting that bag. Them jumps smacking you. He bow. Gene come, he ducked the jump. 3 pieces. Gene like, yeah, that's what I like. Gene getting the swag back, like young nigga brought him some energy. Gene like, yeah, that's what I like. Come on, right here, yeah. Slit the jack. Slit young nigga like, young nigga doing all that bossy shit. Gene like, yeah, come on, do that. He hitting the jump. Gene gave him a 2-piece. Young nigga said, come back up. I said, oh, homeboy, we high as a bitch watching that shit. We like, oh shit. I said, man, young nigga got that shit. Young nigga got down. He training like a bitch. His face looking serious and everything. He like, that nigga training like a motherfucker, y'all. I'm like, damn. So I'm watching Gene get him right. Gene getting him right. My word, Gene was getting him right, y'all. Like, he had young nigga doing all type of training, all type of exercise. So I come back in the cell later on, after I seen how good the young nigga got, and I tell my roommate, I'm like, yo. I said, goddamn. I said, man, oh, got dude right, man. He was like, who, Gene? I'm like, yeah. He was like, man, Gene a goddamn traitor. I was like, how you a traitor? He was like, cuz he rocked with the He was like, he used to live out the but he out Rono, you know what I mean? But he know everybody from the you know what I mean? So he rocked with the My uncle told me he rocked with the but he training the enemy. I said, the young nigga an enemy, bro? He said, yeah, he the enemy. Niggas don't like that nigga. I said, bro, you ain't even like that, bro. You ain't even be doing shit like that, bro. Come on, bro. You ain't even fight the man. How you your enemy? He said, any enemy of my homeboy, shorty, is a fly. I said, I could respect that. You know what I mean? But like, I'm letting you know now, young nigga getting right, man. That nigga got down fighting. He was like, man, that shit don't work in a real fight. That shit don't work in a real fight. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? So we go to the gym. You know what I mean? Couple days later, we got the gym. You know what I mean? We inside the gym and shit. Goddamn, young nigga ain't doing no balling. He didn't ball no more. You know what I mean? But him and Unc in there, because they had the little joint in Lawrenceville, like the little power bags. Like, I forgot what it was. It was some shit they used to have where you can box. They got that in the gym. So it's them and it's other people in the other pods in there. You know what I mean? So it's only one of the joints that I'm talking about, the little boxing shit. So they over there. I'm standing like by the door we came in, just watching the basketball game, kicking it with my homeboy. You know what I mean? That's in the other pod. So we kicking it. You know what I mean? Goddamn, I'm talking. I see goddamn the nigga Gene like, man, come on, man. It ain't that serious though, man, right? It ain't that serious, right? Goddamn, he was old school as a bitch. You know, it ain't that serious though, right? Yeah, it ain't that serious. I look up. Young nigga still bouncing. Young nigga like this. Yeah, Gene like, yeah, it ain't that serious though, right? Dude like, yeah, but look, goddamn, this the time. We got it. Y'all been on this shit. Y'all been on this shit for 30 minutes. We only got an hour in the gym. We gotta share this shit. Gene was like, yeah, it ain't that serious though, right? It ain't that serious though, right? Man, ain't that serious. Y'all niggas still bouncing like, I mean, Gene like, yo, come on. Dude like, man, that boxing shit don't even fucking work, man. Gene said, man, look, you better shut up before I sick him on you. I'll sick him on you, nigga. Yeah, I'll sick him. I said, man, Gene wildin', man. I said, man, Gene think he got a human pit bull. I'm like, this nigga wildin'. He talking about shut up before I sick him on you. Dude like, nigga, that nigga can't fuck with me, nigga. Nigga, I grew up boxing. That nigga can't fuck with me, man. This and that. And I don't know who this dude was that he got into it with. I didn't know who the hell this nigga is, but they arguing right there about a little boxing shit. Word. That nigga Gene walked over the goddamn to the young nigga Vic. He was like, hey, yeah. All right. Shit, yeah, you want to pull all that ass? That's what niggas call, old heads used to call. We call it snatching the new generation. Like when you throwing wolf tickets or, you know what I mean, you just talking shit. Like we say, man, you snatching, bro. You know what I mean? The old heads say, yeah, you want to keep pulling all that ass. That's what Gene said. Gene said, yeah, you want to keep pulling all that ass. Pause. You want to keep pulling all that ass. Hey, look, hey, y'all go in the bathroom. Go in the bathroom. Dude was like, we can go in the bathroom. I was like, oh shit, my homeboy was like, man, I gotta see this shit. So I followed my homeboy. We walked down a little full court a little bit, made the right bathroom right there in the back corner. We stopped like with a pad in that, like under the basket, like when dudes laid up, you can hit the pad and push. But we standing like this, the bathroom's right there, so we looking at this shit. Goddamn word. I'm looking at Vic. Vic's facing me, the nigga that he about to fight is back to me. Man, he went in that jump, man, nigga Vic was like, dude was like, what's up, nigga? What's up, them niggas? It looked pretty at first. Vic was just being, dude was moving. Vic was just like, you know, saying shit. And he was just like, man, this is my word. He jabbed this nigga. Man, he jabbed dude. He said, man, he hit dude as I do said, oh, fuck. This homeboy, so let me see. He was like, I get close to this homeboy. So let me see who you at. He was like, I said, oh, man, this is my word. Dude was already like a light skin, brown skin kind of guy. Man, this is my word. He wasn't red. He was like light brown, light. Man, this junk was so, man, that junk swelled up instantly. You hear me? He had a titty right here. My word. He like the whole time he like that. I look up at Vic like. Vic's still ready, y'all. So boom. I said, oh shit. I said, I told niggas. I said, man, Gene done got that nigga right. He go from getting his ass whooped to now he's laying the smack down. Like it happens like that in prison, y'all. A teacher dude how to box fast. And once a dude learn how to use these right, it's game over. I ain't even gonna lie. If I was a boxer in there, y'all, I'd be like, man, look, I ain't trying to hit none of that shit. I'll be punching niggas in the face left and right, man. What you say with the left hand? Every time a nigga say anything close to crazy, you getting a punch right in your damn face. So a nigga that box, man, it just makes his bid much easier. So I know the young nigga feeling his swag. Without even talking, without expressing it, without even acting like he's better than dudes or he all that now because Gene done taught him to fight, he's not even pumping his chest out. He's not doing none of these shit. So when we got back from the block from the gym, the dude was in another pod. Dude was in 63. We in 61 pod. So dude was across from us, so we punched in the face. Dude didn't want no smoke. We come back in the jump from the gym. I walk in the building. I see Gene standing there. Gene talking to another old head in they block. And I guess they know the dude. He like, yeah, we ain't want that to happen, right? yeah, cause these right here, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm teaching them right, like, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna be a good situation, cause, like, these jumps right here, my jumps, like, you know what I mean? I used to be, I was Golden Gloves, you know what I mean? Like, I box for real, so old head that he talking to, like, yeah, man. Old head probably like, damn, you breaking down how my homeboy got his ass whooped. Like, he really looked like he was ready to end the conversation, but like, goddamn Gene talking to him, so I guess that's what made shit all right. So they come back in the block, everything is normal. So I go back in the cell, I tell my roommate again, I say, yo, cause my roommate he ain't go to the gym. He stayed in there with his homeboys from Richmond. I guess they were smoking or whatever. I come back, I say, shh. Man, he was like, what? He said, I heard niggas was rumbling in the gym. I said, bro, the nigga who y'all whooped, the nigga Vic. He was like, oh, that nigga. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, that nigga beat the nigga up. I said, bro, listen, he hit the nigga one time. I said, bro, he hit the man one time and it went with no hook. I said, it was a straight jab to his goddamn eye socket. I said, man, that man shit. I said, wait till you see dude if he go to trial. He said, man, I heard, man. He said, man, that nigga shit look ugly as a bitch. I said, man, dude, Gene teaching that nigga how to box. I said, man, Gene giving him the game. Gene, he look like a boxer. I said, young nigga kind of shaped like a boxer. For real, like a middleweight, you know what I mean? Like a Terrence Crawford size type of dude. This is what he, you know what I mean? He looked like that. So I'm like, yo, Gene turned that nigga into a lethal weapon on the low. He was like, Shawty, how many times I gotta tell you that shit? That shit don't work in a real fight. I said, man, he just was in a real. He said, nah, I heard they was both boxers and so he tried to cover it up and he tried to be in denial. But you know what I was saying, goddammit? Shit, goddammit, y'all better stay the hell out of goddamn Vic way, y'all, so boom. And that shit was real talk. And I'm telling y'all that because the young niggas probably still feel some type of way about what happened to him when he was on that basketball court. Then he come back and he got his ass whooped by the Richmond nigga. Now, even though it was one-on-one, I know for a fact, man, I just can feel energy. And one day I was just reading Vic's brain. I was reading his brain. And that nigga brain was saying, God damn, I want some get back on dude. You know what I mean? Why I rumbled on, you know what I mean? Why I got into it with over the basketball court from Richmond. He was saying that to himself and I knew it. But I think the only thing that was keeping him away from that was Gene. Like I told y'all, old head Gene had a little small little alliance with the Richmond crew, with the Richmond old heads rather. So like he will, like I guess he was probably the one telling Vic like, nah, leave that alone. Cause that can get ugly. You know what I mean? Like things can get ugly. So as much as Gene was official with his hands and how he was teaching his student to be good with his hands, I don't think he really wanted smoke with the Richmond mob. And which that was a smart move in my book. Like, ain't no need to even put yourself in a situation where y'all gonna get into it with them because you outnumbered for one. You know what I mean? Unless y'all niggas Bruce Lee, you know what I mean? Y'all know how to kick and all that shit at the same time. And I suggest y'all don't get into it with the Richmond mob because you outnumbered. You know what I mean? So that's why my roommate was on like, you know what I mean? He was on cloud nine with it. Like he wasn't caring that nigga learn how to fight. He wasn't caring that the nigga getting better. He wasn't caring about none of that shit. He was still looking at dude like he was a cream puff. He was still looking at dude, man, like he didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? Like dude was still the same nigga that got his ass whooped a few months ago. Things change though, man. Things always change like that. And like seeing this firsthand, how like the young nigga just got better, man. Like I'm just seeing him get better. Like you don't be having nothing to do in there sometimes. So I'll come on the top 10, just hang over the low railing jank by myself. And I'm looking. And I just see the young nigga just doing his work, man. He just doing his work. He getting better and better. Bow, 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 bow. Like he getting better. He gained weight all up in here. He got the Dwight Howard shoulders slightly now. You know what I mean? Like he done got right. Gene done got him right, man. And that go to show you like the right training from the right person, man. And you will be right, man. Like Gene had him right. I gotta admit it, man. Gene had dude right. So everything was going good. The training. He was out the Richmond niggas way. He won't even tripping on nothing else about as far as how that situation happened to him earlier. You know what I mean? Before he became a dog, he won't tripping on that. I knew he wasn't because there was nothing happening behind it. So I just looked at it like that shit was over with. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that happened. But all I know is when they came from trial one day, you know what I mean? They come back in. Everybody come back in. When everybody come back in, I hear everybody all loud. Niggas come back in. All right, well, shit. Well, fuck it then. Yeah, all right, shit, goddamn. I'm seeing niggas walking and moving fast. And then I spot it was the Richmond niggas. So they moving. So I see my homeboy. I'm like, what's up? He like, yeah. Niggas got into it with the young nigga that be with Gene. I'm like, who, the young nigga Vic? He like, yeah. I was like, for what? He was like, man, the nigga bumped him. Like when they was in the chow and they were leaving out, he like, nigga bumped the nigga Vic. Vic ran the nigga down up by the hill and pulled up on the nigga. They get to argue. Vic told that nigga, we can fight. You know what I mean? We can fight. So I'm like, damn, now the dude he calling out isn't the same nigga that he got into it with the first time. This is a different guy right here, y'all, but he's from Richmond. So I'm like, damn, so now I see why everybody moving like this. Everybody moving like this. I'm like, oh shit. My homeboy called me to the door. He like, hey, goddamn boys in your pod about to get it in. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, shit, I'm ready to come in here and watch. I'm like, nah, bro, they probably lock this shit down. You know what I mean? I was like, don't do it. He was like, man, that shit crazy. He was like, yo, that nigga know how to box nasty now. Goddamn. I said, you know, he got his ass whooped a few months ago by them niggas. He was like, for real? I was like, behind the basketball court. He was like, damn. He was like, but now though, he said, young nigga nasty with the hands. I said, I know. So them niggas come in, my homeboy dip. Boom, I'm standing there. They close the slider. Boom. Goddamn. I see the nigga, he about to fight. The nigga live upstairs. The nigga from Richmond, he go upstairs and shit. He went, got scrapped up, changed his clothes, changed his shirt, put his sneakers on, all type of shit, tie him tight. He on the top tier, just waiting for the CO to do a round. So after lunch, after chow, no matter the chow, the COs will come do a round in the whole building. So that's what niggas waiting on. So you can just feel the tension in the air. The tension crazy in the pod, y'all. Everybody's looking, everybody's getting prepared. You got people just waiting to see action, man. And like, they just standing there and you just see the Richmond niggas together. And I look up, I see Gene talking to like an old head dude that's in the pod from Richmond. And he talking to him, and the way Gene talking, you can tell he using that. Yeah, look, Ryan, that's what I'm trying to say, Ryan. He's super animated with it. Yeah, so goddamn it. So look what I'm trying to say. That nigga look like he was dancing. Look, goddamn it. Look, listen to me. He got down old head from Richmond, just like, nah. He just keeps shaking his head. He's smiling though. He like. Gene like, no, he trying to talk. I look up, I see Vic standing on the wall like this. Vic like, oh, he's still over there. Yeah, look, right, goddamn. He's still talking. I'm like, man, this shit dumb as a bitch. Goddamn. I need to call Vic. Vic walked over there with him and the old head was at. Goddamn. He was like, yo, I guess he told Vic, tell her what happened. Vic was like, I guess Vic explained. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I guess Vic explaining what happened. Nigga bumped me there. Goddamn. Oh yeah, like, man, y'all dumb as a bitch, man. Why y'all, we got the best part on the compound. Y'all niggas wanna fuck it up. But I ain't getting in y'all way. I ain't getting in y'all young ass way. Y'all wanna do that shit, Sean? Y'all do that shit. So he didn't want him to do it, but he was basically telling Gene old ass that I ain't got nothing to do with it. And you gotta respect that. Like, what do you want him to do? Calm down a bunch of hooligans? Man, these young niggas from the R1 trying to hear that shit is already up. The attention is there. They waiting for the CO to do a round. So everybody talking, everybody trying to squash it, niggas trying to do this, niggas trying to do that. Next thing you know, niggas say, I look, see goddamn CO coming, he like, you know what around, he like, niggas got quiet as a bitch when he came in. He came in, go up the steps, went down, hit the corner, he closed the doors, tell the CEO in the booth, open up the back door. She opened that door. He disappeared and went in 32 parts. As soon as that nigga left, you see Vic was like, Vic's about taking his shirt off. He gave Uncle his shit, his ID. He was like, that nigga did one of these. That nigga said, I said, oh, that nigga blowing snot rockets. You know he about to whoop somebody's ass. I said, oh shit. Goddamn, the fight upstairs though. The fight is upstairs. But this time Gene go up there with him. Just him and Gene. Gene go up there with him. The old head that he was talking to go up there too. So it's like 3 niggas. Gene said, look, it was more than 3 niggas. But before it was 3 niggas, Gene was like, look, everybody ain't gotta be by this door, right? Niggas gonna get the whole fight tore off. We ain't trying to get locked down for this foolishness right here. Goddamn it, so everybody don't gotta be at the cell, right? Goddamn, I'm like, damn, he do got a point. Old head from Richmond was like, I'm gonna stay up here, you stay up here since that's your roommate. Goddamn, Gene gonna stay up here because this is his homeboy, and that's who gonna stay up here. And they gonna fight one-on-one, y'all. I'm like, damn, this word dude, I ain't gonna do a little taller than Vic. You know what I mean? Vic going that bitch. Goddamn, I don't know what happened. I'm standing, I got my foot on the table like this, and I'm just kind of looking up in the direction. I'm like, my homeboy right there, he like, this shit crazy. I look up, I see my roommate standing like on the side. He didn't buy the action, but he's not like, you know what I mean? They had to get away from the door, so I see my roommate standing by him and his homeboy standing right there. Goddamn, Vic going that bitch. I can't see shit, but that's how it sounded. I looked up, I seen Gene little ass standing on his tiptoes looking at the fight. He was with his tiptoes. That little motherfucker was like, He short as a bitch, like. I'm like, oh shit. Oh. Like a last combo at the end type shit. I said, damn, what the hell? Goddamn. Niggas was like, yo, hey yo, the CO in the solid port, he might be coming back in here. He might be coming back in here. Goddamn, James like, nigga stuck his head in the door. He like, yeah, goddamn, I don't know what was going on when he stuck his head in the door. He like, yeah, I see, he said something. Oh, yeah, dude from Richmond, they went up in there. They went up in that jump, they kind of broke it up. You see, goddamn, Vic come out, that bitch shirt ripped up, Vic come out the jump. Vic come downstairs like this. He go back to the same spot, he like, he ain't unball his hands the whole time. He was like, Vic ain't had a damn scratch on him. Vic was like, see Gene, old ass Gene come down the steps, cool as a bitch. You like, he waited till he got down like the last three to get extra cool. He was like, hey, yeah, look, right, yeah. He got the young boy. He was like, he slapped my back of his head. Young boy was like, Vic was like, I guess if Vic was thinking that all the Richmond niggas was gonna attack him, so that's why he got his fist balled up with steel with the nigga at. Man, my word, you start seeing Richmond niggas go to the nigga's cell. They go in his cell. He ain't come out the cell yet. I'm like, oh shit. Like, damn, Richmond niggas in and out of this jump. We still don't know what's going on. Nigga don't want to ask Gene. Nigga don't want to ask Vic. I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened? But Vic is straight. Nothing is wrong with Vic. Man, it's word. Them niggas congregated on that dude's cell for a minute till it was lockdown time. Word. Goddamn. CO come lock down. CO lock the jump down. Goddamn. We in the cell. So my roommate, I couldn't wait till he get back in there. He got back in there. He standing by the door. Because I'm already in the cell, so he come in. CO walk by and close the door. Poosh. He standing by the door, still looking towards his homeboy, cell direction, like. I said, God damn, boy. I said, man, what the fuck was all that noise, bro? He was like, I said, bro, man, what happened, bro? He was like, man, shit, so, man, he sat down, he was like, man, Vic demolished that nigga, man. I was like, what? He was like, man, that nigga might gotta go to medical. I mean, he might gotta go to medical, man. I was like, what's wrong with him? He was like, man, that nigga nose look like this. I was like, man, he gave him the Pinocchio? He was like, man, it's broken, man. His nose is freaking broke. I was like, oh, shit. He done fuck with the wrong young nigga. I was like, oh. So I'm like, damn. As they saying that, stand for count. They blow the whistle. Bottom tier coming through. They counted. He like, yo, Shaw. He was like, man, he got, man. I mean, shit, he can fight too, Shaw. Like, I don't know what happened. I said, bro, you said that boxing shit don't mean nothing. I said, yes, it do, bro. I said, the nigga know how to use that shit, bro. That's a weapon, bro. He was like, man, that nigga nose, I ain't never seen a nigga nose look like that, Shaw. I was like, yo, shit crazy. Top tier sniper count coming through. They come through. Hey. Turn around, man. We gotta see if you alive. Matter of fact, get out the bed. They talking to goddamn my roommate's homeboy who nose look like this. He said, man, we gotta see if you alive, man. Turn around. Nigga turned around. He was like, I guess he turned around. My roommate on the door, though. I'm looking at I'm reading my roommate. I'm reading his expression. I guess when he turned around, CO said, man, open up cell such and such, man. What the hell? The door pop. He go in there. They stop count. He's like, hey, man, what the hell? Let me see you. He said, man, what the hell happened to you, man? How the fuck your nose get like that? Everybody on the door now like, oh, shit. He was like, all right, you gonna carry like that? All right. So I guess dude from Richmond like, man, I don't know, whatever. They counted, they dipped. 10 minutes later, I look, sergeant coming through, the unit manager, they coming in. They go straight to bro's cell. Go up the steps. Open up cell such and such. Boom, they pop his door. They go in and jump. What happened to you? Dude ain't say nothing. Come on. We'll pack your stuff. They Took dude from Richmond out, y'all. So boom, dude got locked up. He couldn't hide his injury. That happens from time to time in penitentiary. Like, if you get in a fight and you can't hide your injuries, man, more than likely the police gonna see it. If you keep it a band and don't say nothing, that's mean you got a first class ticket to the Bing. Now, don't get me to lie about what the charge is. All I know is you going to the Bing, you know what I mean? And I seen bro from Richmond go to the Bing, so my roommate in there like, that's crazy, Shaw, man, my nigga, Shaw. I told that nigga, man, I don't fucking mess with that man, leave that man alone. We done whooped his ass. I'm saying in my head, you ain't do shit yet, roommate. Now he like, yeah, he pacing, he so mad. He like, damn, I'm like, this shit crazy. He was like, yeah, but look, he said at the end of the day, my goddamn big cousin goddamn in 70 building ain't gonna like that shit. That nigga ain't gonna like that shit, man. I'm like, damn, like you see how stuff can generate to another problem, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like Vic, I haven't seen this man talk since he got his ass whooped. You know what I mean? Like, he just so strictly serious, getting trained to box. That's all he was doing. So now, you know what I mean? They lock us down, they come pack bro shit up. You know what I mean? Leave us on lock for the rest of the day. I don't know, they was trying to figure out who, what, why, who seen this, who, whatever the case, left us on lock for the rest of the day. We don't come out. You know what I mean? The next day we go to breakfast. I look up, it's a whole 2 tables of niggas already sitting there waiting for us to come in. We the first pod from 60 building to come in. I'm like in the top 20, I come in. I walk, I look, it's like, it's 8 niggas, because it's 2 tables. They already sitting there. Food done. They just got their tray sitting on them like they just waiting on our building to get here. And them niggas just sitting there. And I seen like, kind of like it was a big dude, you know what I mean? It was a big dude, man, like for real, he had a little size to him, you know what I mean? Got down the beard gang, brown skin nigga, and he looked like he was one of the maniacs from the op. That's what I get. He looked like he was one of the maniacs from the op. So I'm assuming these dudes was in 70 building, you know what I mean? But it was 2 tables of them niggas, so we come in. Them niggas already at the table, all the Richmond niggas, I see my roommate, all of them go sit with them niggas over there. So everybody talking. Now Vic came to child too, him and Gene, you know what I mean? Them niggas in there, goddamn. That nigga Gene old school as a bitch. That nigga got his tray, that nigga ain't even sit down. That nigga Vic sitting there scraping this shit quick. That nigga Gene sitting there like that, he got his foot on the bench, got his arm like this on the table. He like, that nigga eating an apple. Gene on point, Gene looking around. They make it out. When they leave out, all them Richmond niggas came out, niggas coming out deep as a bitch, niggas come out. Niggas came to the goddamn jump. They gotta get patted down, everybody get patted down. So now we all going up the hill. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit in front of them, but I'm looking back. Goddamn, that nigga goddamn Gene and goddamn, the nigga Vic, they walking. We get to the building, Richmond dudes caught up with them. They like, oh, they all like, yo, look, goddamn, who the fuck hurt my goddamn cousin like that? Goddamn Gene was like, look, goddamn, they wasn't nothing like that. It was a one-on-one fight. Goddamn, dude was talking greasy. He was talking greasy, right? So he got down, you know, goddamn, I trained. He was like, oh, you trained this nigga Gene? Oh, that's what you're doing now? That's what you're doing? He was like, all right. Gene was like, nah. You know, Gene's so short. Like, he kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't no match for the dude that's talking from Richmond right now. So dude from Richmond like, yo, that's what I'm saying. So I could see like the 3 other dudes. Like, and it's a CO right here, y'all. You know what I mean? It's a CO right here. They got us stopped on a roadblock, and we call it roadblocks. Our building is right here, but we on a roadblock because 80 building is coming out. So we got there waiting, and the niggas arguing like, and then nigga Gene was like, yeah, I train him. We like, yeah, like I train niggas. That's what I do. He paid me to train him. Now all the shit coming out, he paid him to train him and shit. So dude, like, man, look, get out my face, Gene. Hey, look. Hey, yo, bro, hey, listen, you do that to my cousin, bro? Goddamn, you already know me and you got a wreck, bro. So what time you trying to do this, bro? Like, I ain't trying to come in the morning and do all this shit, bro. I got to have you, bro. You know the count. And then goddamn Vic was like, yo, we can do whatever. Gene was like, no, hell no. We ain't gonna do it like that. Some more Richmond niggas start coming. You know what I mean? And I see my roommate. Goddamn, my roommate coming over there. He creeping over there. Like, niggas is basically creeping. It's about to go down. You know what I mean? Niggas is creeping like a bitch. So niggas over there. Goddamn, Gene keep trying to, no, look, this is what we gonna do, goddamn, this is what we gonna do. So dude, like, man, we ain't trying to hit none of that shit, man. We ain't trying to. Vic just standing there like, Vic ain't giving no answers. Vic like, he just keep watching his face. He like, that nigga done turned into a goddamn machine. That nigga like this. The niggas like, no, we ain't trying to hear that. Gene was like, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Look, man, we ain't gotta do it like this. We ain't got. This is my word. Dude was like, man, when he hit Gene, it's like his fucking fist went through Gene's face because like when he hit Gene ass, man, like the shit was like, it was like he hit him like all forehead, all top of the nose. Like, man, that's my word. Gene hit the ground so hard that he hit his head. Man, old man Gene hit his goddamn head. Man, that nigga hit his head. Boom. That nigga was out. I'm talking about this shit happening like in slow motion. I see the nigga from Richmond turn around, catch Gene ass. Boom. Man, he catch Gene ass. Gene fall back. Bah, hit his head. Gene out. I'm looking at Gene like, oh, I wanted to run over there like, oh, like catch his head, or because I seen it happen. I'm like, oh shit. That nigga on the ground like, he's out. He's asleep. The nigga Gene is asleep, man. Nigga from Richmond put that nigga to sleep. Put that nigga to sleep. That nigga said, this is why I look up. Goddamn, that nigga. After I broke out of my trance from seeing how Gene hit that goddamn cement, I look up, I just see goddamn Vic over that bitch working. Vic working. It's like 3 niggas on him. Vic working. Vic over here. That nigga nice with that shit. He rolling them niggas. Man, they get them in the grass. And it was like the windows from a nigga's cells in 60 building, I mean in 80 building was like the only thing that he could get to. It was like a wall, but that was a bad move. He get to the jump. He get to the wall. Man, I look up. Man, my roommate caught his ass. When he caught Vic ass, Vic got down. He almost fell. Caught himself. So I rumbled another nigga. He rumbled another nigga. This is my word. My roommate run up again. Man, Vic catch my roommate like this. Man, he caught that nigga with a left. Man, he hit that nigga with his left hand. My roommate hit the ground. Boom! He rumbling more niggas. He rumbling. Big dude come over there to knock Gene out. He come over that bitch and he just rushed Vic. When he rushed him, he grabbed him. And when he grabbed Vic, Vic tried to get out the shit. But while Vic tried to get out of it, it was too late. Dude got him in the air. Boom! That nigga Vic hit the ground. Police is coming. That nigga hit the ground. Them niggas put the work on that nigga ass. Boom, 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 boom. They stumping his brains out. I'm sitting there looking like, damn, man. They beat Vic ass. Vic got his ass whooped. They beat his ass all the way to the police came, y'all. All the way up to the damn police came, man. That shit was crazy. They snapped. They came out that bitch Mason locking niggas up. Man, they told us to go in the building, man. We went in the building. They put us on lockdown. They came in that bitch and locked so many people up, man. That's word, dude. That came from the other building. He got locked. I seen them taking him to the hole out the window. Man, niggas was going down. You hear me? Niggas was going down, man. I looked out the window. I see Gene. This word, they finally get him up. His ass was on his back the whole time niggas was fighting. Them niggas knocked old man Gene out, man. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, but the Richmond niggas was feeling like he went against the grain. You can't train a nigga that you know is gonna be your enemy. Gene ain't looking at it like that, man. Like, Gene just thought he was doing a good deed. He probably did get paid for it, man, but he really paid for it at the end, man. Like, they say after dude knocked Gene out and he hit his head like that, I started seeing Gene, like, later on. Like, he would be, like, by where medical have rec at. Like, medical, like, it's a gate. Like, and that's where, like, school is there. But it's like a gate within a gate, you know what I mean? It's like you go in there and it leads you to school, but they'll let the medical people come there and just get some air. And I would see Gene. And every time I would see Gene, I'd be like, damn, what's up, old school? What you doing? You all right? Because I used to go to school and I used to see him. He'll look at me like he ain't know who the fuck I was. He'll look at me like, I'm like, God damn, bro, goddamn, knock the senses out of his goddamn ass. What the fuck? I ain't paying no mind. I still would speak to him every time I see him and keep it moving, man. But that shit was crazy, man. Like, teaching dude how to box, you gotta be careful who you teach how to box because it could backfire in prison. At the end of the day, man, Vic had to be taught how to box, man, because he was gonna take too many beatings in there. He liked to play basketball. He was a young dude, so I looked at it like it was a good thing, man. I just hated to see how they failed at the end, man. Like, to see how Gene got knocked out, like, it was crazy, man. Like, that shit, that shit was nuts, man. That shit was crazy, man. I don't like how they knocked goddamn Gene out, man. But they knocked Gene out, man. That shit kind of put him out of senses slightly, man. Like, I used to see the dude from Richmond after he got out the hole, still the same nigga, loud, don't give a damn, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, that nigga goddamn Gene, man, he paid for that shit for training a young nigga, man. But that's the end of the damn story. Y'all already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. But we gonna stay out the way out here, man, because it's the thing to do, man. I'm telling y'all, man, we're not getting in trouble, man. We're not leaving our family, man. We're not putting handcuffs on, man. We're not getting in that police car, man. We're not going to the interrogation room, man. We not doing none of that, man. We're gonna stay out the way, man, to avoid all that. That shit is not in our future, man. We're gonna do the right thing out here. And y'all know I'm right. We gotta do the right thing. People rely on us, man. People count on us, man. We can't leave people, man. We gotta stay out here. We gotta stay out here, y'all, man. Stay out the way, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Period. But it's the weekend banger, y'all. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do with this one, right? Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe this weekend, man. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.